Hi friends, hello. All right, so today, welcome to our Lunch and Learn number 6, where we are going to talk about the different essential oils, supplements, doTERRAs that I take every day for overall wellness. And I've had a lot of people asking me how that works and what do I take. And I do have to admit, I take quite a few capsules. I probably take about 20, but I would much rather do 20 natural options than 20 unnatural options, which I feel in general don't help empower us and help with our overall health. So I'm trying to be proactive, and I try to teach all of those out there that the importance of being proactive in our health, and that does mean feeding our body and giving our body extra supplementation to help work through that. So let's go ahead and start with the first thing that I recommend, and that is the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And we have been over this, and I can't stress it enough. This is basically your food, and I actually suggest you watch our Lunch and Learn number 2, which will go into more detail about the Lifelong Vitality Pack. But it is these 3 bottles, all right? So alpha CRS is huge for cellular support and longevity, and just feeling younger for longer, basically. This is kind of a kicker and a powerhouse. This one is our XE Omega, which is great for our omegas, 3, 6, and 9 fatty acids and 9 essential oils. So omega kind of tells you what that is. And then also our VMZ, which is basically Microplex VMZ, which is our V and M, I kind of remember it, that's our vitamins and minerals. So tons of great stuff in here. And again, you can learn more about that, but this is a must every single day. And if nothing else, in doTERRA, this is what I believe every single person should be taking. Our body is constantly trying to fix us, and we need to be giving it the tools and the nutrition that is so important for it to start repairing us. So that is a must every single day. Now, I will keep in mind that that is 12 capsules total, all right? So it's 4 of each of these 3, so you can see where that kind of starts adding up, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Next I take is Terrazyme and Prebiotics. These are doTERRA's digestive enzymes, and Prebiotics is our probiotics with prebiotics included. It's kind of a cool looking green capsule. You can kind of see the little thing. It's double encapsulated so that you get the prebiotic as well. You can also listen to our Lunch and Learn number 3 to understand the importance of gut health, digestive enzymes, and good gut bacteria. And so that's why I take these. And depending on your level of gut health, you're going to have a different amount that you might take every day. I just usually take a couple of the Terrazyme and 1 of the Prebiotics because fortunately at this point I don't deal with a lot of digestive issues. However, I do want to be proactive. Next, bone nutrient, definitely a big part of that. A lot of us are vitamin D deficient. It's funny, I live in California and I'm out in the sun. I used to lifeguard, did all that. And it's so funny that I was basically vitamin D deficient, and as an athlete or when you're running and everything, that's where a lot of your injuries sometimes come in. You actually need more than you think you do. So I did have to take some extra supplementation to get those levels back up, but for maintenance and for most of us, we need to be on this, especially as women. So this one actually says teen and adult women take 4 capsules daily with food, or 2 to 3 with the doTERRA Lifelong Vitality Pack daily. So I take 3 of them with the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Then Deep Blue. This is our Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex. This is basically an effort for us to get away from a lot of the other supplements we would take, not necessarily supplements, that we would take that unfortunately, when they're not natural, they destroy your stomach lining and they have a huge impact on your kidneys and your liver. So we're trying to help people address a lot of their inflammatory response with this helps with, maybe joint issues or muscle aches, or I've gone out for a long run, whatever. If I'm dealing with any of that kind of issue in my body, I'm going to try to address it naturally with the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex. So I would take these depending on what level I'm at. You can take up to 2 a day, usually morning and night is how I would recommend it for that. So those are the main capsules that I take. However, I do make a capsule as well. So as many of you might know, we have Veggie Caps, which are empty little capsules that you can open up and you can put oils in it. So with the ones that I just talked about, I also do 5 essential oils that I add in my Veggie Cap every day. And it's suggested you do this morning and night, twice a day. I have to admit that usually I dump it all in at once. I usually eat first because it is a lot to take in and it helps a little bit with versus doing it on an empty stomach. And I do try to do this morning and night, this particular capsule, but if nothing else, at least get it in one a day. So DDR Prime is the first one that is suggested. This is the cellular complex blend. This is really important for healthy cells, which kind of is where the alpha CRS comes into. We can't stress enough the importance of healthy cells. So just as an FYI, when we have unhealthy cells or we have cells that are duplicating that are not good cells, that usually leads to cancer. So we want to basically be proactive and to help create healthy cells, so hopefully we don't run into that in the future. All right, so DDR Prime is a big one for that, for cell health. So I usually do 4 drops every time I do the capsule. I do 4 of those. Then I do 2 of pink pepper. There are a lot of benefits of pink pepper too. And again, I'm not going to go over all of them. Just remember that you have some great tools and some great books that you can look up and see what each of these oils are really good for. And if you don't have this book or you don't have a way of finding those answers, feel free to reach out to me so that I can help you with that. I'm just telling you basically what I take because I have seen the research. I have seen the stories in people's lives and how they've been impacted with these particular oils. And for me, I want to be the best me that I can be. And I want to have all the energy possible. I don't want any artificial caffeine, anything extra. I don't do energy drinks. I don't do caffeine. I don't do coffee. I want to have everything I need to be the best. So I want that for all of you as well. So that's why I teach this and this is why I do this. So pink pepper is another one that's really very powerful for cellular health. So I do a couple of drops of that. And then the next one I do is Copaiba. We'll have to have a lunch and learn on Copaiba as well, but this is as close as doTERRA is going to come to medicinal marijuana. And so it hits a lot. It's a totally different tree. The Copaiba tree is from the Amazon forest in Brazil, and it's not medicinal marijuana. There are just too many controversial issues at this point to go over that, and there's dosage issues for that as well. So doTERRA has found another option, and this Copaiba oil actually that hits the same receptor sites as most of the medicinal marijuana out there. So this is something I like to use. There's a ton of benefits to that. You guys are all very familiar with that, I'm sure. So if it hits the same receptor sites, you're going to have the same benefits that you would receive from medicinal marijuana or CBD oil. And then so I do a couple drops of that, and then turmeric. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about turmeric. Oh, this is a powerhouse for sure. A lot of people taking turmeric powder in capsules, and that's awesome, but it doesn't absorb as well as an essential oil would. So I definitely do the essential oil. I do a couple drops here, and again, the list of what turmeric does for you is huge. If you don't even know, just get on Google. It's going to show you a lot of things. So I definitely want to be proactive in that. And then the last one, this one just came out, Yarrow Palm. I do a couple drops of this. It's really cool because the combination of the two creates a very blue oil. So fun, and it's very thick. And you'll actually have a dropper applicator when you get yours. But Yarrow Palm is really great for a lot of things internally, but also very good for skincare and skin health. So that's another reason I use that among the many other reasons. So, and to all the medicinal properties that all these oils have. So that is basically what I do every day. And then you can even make capsules up, multiple capsules, and there are capsule holders that are available. Or I always tell people you could just get a block of wood and a drill bit and make them yourself, and then make them in advance. So they're easy for you. If you do notice that any of your oils are eating away at your capsules, just throw them in the freezer. That's been a suggestion too, to kind of keep them from doing that. And then you can just pull them out and take them. So yes, that is what I take every single day. I also try to make it easier, and you can do, this I think I just got at like the dollar store, and I'll just make them up in advance for the week. I think this is like a week and a half's worth, and put all of my capsules in there and take them that way. It is a lot, and 20 capsules is a lot, and I don't want anyone to think that it's some one a day idea. I find it interesting that we have gotten to that point where we seem to think that one a day vitamins, that's going to give us everything that we need for our health. And I think on a logical level, when we understand the amounts and amounts of food that we would need to eat to truly get the nutrition that we need for our bodies to repair itself, we would understand that we can't get it all into a one-a-day vitamin. And as I've said in our Lunch and Learn for the Lifelong Vitality Pack, there are actually a lot of vitamins out there that your body doesn't even absorb. So please be aware of that a lot of us are spending money on supplementation that our body's not even using. And if you're serious about this and you want to have the best health possible, please consider using what doTERRA has to offer you, because the stories out there are incredible. And actually there is one other thing I want to talk about. There is one other regimen that I do suggest, and I take these as well. It's all part of this. If you want to move it, maybe not do as much as this, but at least I would do this 90-day challenge with the top 4. So we call them the big 4. And it's your Lifelong Vitality Pack. It's Terrazyme, okay, the digestive enzymes. It's Copaiba, which you can do the soft gels, or you can do the oil. I usually do the oil since I'm already doing that. And then the next one is DDR Prime. Okay, so those 4, I challenge people to do a 90-day. Be consistent. I have the protocol. I'll attach it as well into this video. And if you do those 4 for 90 days and don't feel like a totally different person, like the person you should be, please reach out to me. I would love to talk about that. I have so much confidence in these particular products and what they can do for you. And my goal is to just make you feel amazing and to feed your bodies. So anyway, thank you for joining me today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. So have a good one. Keep oiling.